We're live.
We're live. Welcome to another Saturday Night Live with ButterFueled.
Another Saturday Night Live with ButterFueled.
This is episode number 3. Thanks everyone who's tuning in.
Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in at Saturday Night Live with ButterFueled.
Guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the question box. We have a great show planned for you.
Question scene, question box.
If you want to watch the full episode, you can find the link in our Discord where we shared the link to the full YouTube video.
Yeah, we're live streaming on YouTube too.
Yeah, if you haven't caught our previous episodes, we're going to be doing this every Saturday night. And we have an actual presentation with slides prepared for you. You just get to see us live on the Instagram if you're watching here. But you can watch the full show by joining our Discord. You can join the free group, but we also have a private members group. Find the link to the live YouTube show. Slides and all, presentation, and we'll be sharing like resources and videos.
Yeah.
Questions in the question box, please. If you're just tuning in, let us know where you're watching from. We are ButterFueled. We are your hosts. My name is Anderson. And this is my brother Jay.
I'm Jay.
Yeah, and we are ButterFueled. Our mission is to advocate for animal foods, dispel myths surrounding nutrition, and help humans like yourself getting better fitness and health. If you're interested in 2-in-1 coaching, you can hit us up on @ButterFueled or this account too. Just DM us the word fueled so we can find you, because we get lots of DMs from many kinds of people. We get death threats from vegans all the time. So apologies if you've messaged us and we haven't gotten to you. We literally get death threats.
Some very not nice people out there.
Yeah, if you'd like to support the show, go like and share our posts. This content gets very throttled by the algo lords, as you might imagine, but it's the fight we chose. Go on our website, buy our merch, and thanks for tuning in. I see someone said New Brunswick, Canada. Good luck, Canadians.
I love that we see some Canadian people here.
Yeah, I wish Canadians all the best.
Yeah.
We're neighbors. It's a cold night here on the East Coast. You can see we're wearing jackets because it's cold down here. So I hope everyone's staying warm.
Yeah, we are in New England, Massachusetts, so it is cold, right around close to freezing.
I was still playing the music.
Still playing the music?
Yeah, music's out.
Thanks for joining G Stripes Hunter.
Yeah,
Good to see you around.
We have a fantastic show planned tonight. We really want you to get the full experience. So tune into the live YouTube. Again, link on Discord. Join our private Discord group. It's Squatcember.
Check this out.
Yeah. Someone said, people are saying where they're watching from. Someone says Australia. Awesome. Oh, Dylan Leary tuning in from West Dennis. Yo, shout out Pelham Farms.
Hey, shout out to Pelham Farms.
Shout out Pelham Farms. Dude, I'm sorry, bro. We have to hit you up.
Yeah, we have to connect.
Yeah, that's totally my bad. I apologize here in front of everyone.
Yeah, we need some eggs. If you got some eggs, we're gonna stop by soon this week.
Let us know if you're gonna have any meat.
Me too. Yeah, meat too.
Me too. Texas, we have someone from Charlotte. Shout out Texas. Shout out Charlotte. I was just in Charlotte about a month ago. Cool city. Lots of construction. Eating a ribeye as I'm watching this. Fantastic.
Nice. That's the spirit.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Ribeye is always the king's meal.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing this every Saturday night.
Saturday Night Live with ButterFueled.
That's correct. All right. So someone said, Dylan says, I can sell you bulk eggs and maybe we can talk about half a pig.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
My man.
We would definitely love half a pig.
And bulk eggs.
We'll
take all the eggs you have, man.
Yeah.
We really will.
Yeah, we currently have like around maybe 10 a day right now. Yeah, we want to have more.
Yeah, we want to have more. So before we start the show, I guess we can just do some live updates. Our farmer, so sorry, we were buying our milk from Hidden Acres.
Hidden Acre Farms.
Yeah, which is over there in Dennis also. She cut us off, no more milk, no more eggs for the rest of the season. Apparently, like, she has one goat that was milking. She's going to put a baby in that goat. So no more milk until the goat delivers, because she only had one milking goat this season. And I guess the chickens, they stop laying or they get lazy during the season. So, for those who are looking for ancestral living and seasonal eating, well, there's that to consider. You can't get, depending on how many animals you have, you can't get dairy year round. And apparently chickens, laying hens, get lazy during the winter season. So if there's winter wherever you are, winter's coming. Get ready, stay warm.
Yes.
But meat you can get year round. So meat is the one food you can eat. It's always in season. Okay.
It's the food you can rely on.
Yeah.
Year round.
Oh, other life updates. Oh, dude, I didn't tell you this. On Monday, I was driving back from work, and I saw a car in front of me hit a deer.
Oh.
Like literally, the deer just galloped like across the road, and there was this big truck in front of me. This big van. It's like a working van. Just hit the deer like right on the, I guess the front
shoulder,
front right shoulder. They say that. Do you call it a shoulder? Shank. And dude, the deer spun out of control, like in the middle of the street, and then he was like, the deer or doe was like wobbling around, but then it got up and just galloped away. So I would suspect like a broken leg, but wow. It seems like the animal took it like a champ. And then the car that hit the deer pulled over, and we drove past it, and I saw like the front bumper was cracked. And also one of my buddies, who lives in, I forget, somewhere in North Carolina, Charlotte, I think, also hit a deer with his car this week and just cracked his whole front bumper.
Wow.
So I just thought that was weird. And I've never seen that before. Be careful driving out there if there's deer crossings. Be careful. Stay safe on the road.
Yeah.
Don't text and drive.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
Yeah. It can be dangerous. But okay, that's it with the life updates.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, Frank. Thank you for tuning in to the show.
Yeah, so we have Frank C. He's over there here on YouTube.
Frank's on YouTube.
Yeah, just had me a salmon with 2 ground beef patties smothered with butter. King meal.
Nice.
King meal.
Detoxing from IG. I hear you, man. I hear you. You can join our Discord group if you don't want to be dealing with all the IG drama, IG noise. Onwards and forwards with the presentation.
Yeah, we have a great show. We're going to be talking about Squatcember, 50 benefits to squatting, the latest controversy surrounding Confidence Man.
Confidence Man.
We're not going to say the name. We'll explain why. Number 4, we're talking about the food pyramid. So we shared last night a post about just our thoughts on like BioLane's response to Daddy Dr. Jordan B. Peterson.
Dr. G.
This generation's father.
Yeah.
And then in our members exclusive, we'll be diving into part 2 of our fat loss series.
Excellent. Lots of points to talk about.
Yeah.
Squatcember. So by now you should be doing Squatcember. We are on day 3. We did our 50 squats. A lot of our members have done 50 squats. But as a reminder, Squatcember is something that we are hosting through our private member group on Discord. If you want to join and get started.
Yeah, it's day 3 of December, but it's never too late to start squatting, guys and gals, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Humans and germs.
Yeah, there's no upper limit. So you can do 100 squats in a day. You can do 10 squats per hour, however you want to do it. We're saying 50 per day as I sort of like establish some sort of cadence, minimum cadence. But obviously, if you cannot do more, do 50. If you can do 25, do 25. Build up. You have a whole month to build up.
Yeah. The whole point is leveraging December and any extra calories you might be consuming because of the holidays, to build some muscle. And we're going to be going over the benefits of doing the squats, which build muscle.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of benefits.
Yeah, but if you haven't joined, go join our Discord group and join the challenge. Yeah, squatting is good for you. You can log your squats. We're tracking everyone's progress. It's day 3, and the first place has completed 500 bodyweight squats in 3 days. Can you guys come and beat that? I think you should. We've only done 50 per day, but that's stacked on top of our workout. But we're definitely going to have to catch up to the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just changed the sharing. I thought it was going to share the slides better, but
okay.
This is better.
Yeah, that's good.
So here we are showing the leaderboard. Steel Resolve. Shout out to Steel Resolve. She has done over 500 squats already.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm sure she has done squats today. But she probably hasn't logged them in. But we've only done 150 because it's only the 3rd day. We've done 150 of them, 50 per day. So we are around position 6 and 7.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Alicia B, shout out to Alicia. She has done 270 squats. Fairy 13 has done 260 squats, and Shannon has done 242. We have our friend, it's his username, CMN89, 150 squats. Then we have done 150 squats, and then Jen Winkler.
Shout out to Jen Winkler. If you don't follow her, go follow her.
50 squats, and Surfer 100 squats, and Andrew 50 squats. Does this play if I play?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't play.
Yeah, whatever. We had a video of us squatting, but it's not playing on the slides.
Yeah.
Damn PowerPoint.
All
right. So 50 benefits to squatting. Are you guys ready? We're going to try to go through this fast. In no particular order, squats are good.
Yeah, 50 benefits to squats. Right. First, practicing squat, you improve your squat mobility.
Yeah, good. We'll have to move through these fast. We can't talk too much about any one of them. But number 2, squatting is a natural position for pooping.
Very important.
Yeah. Well, that's 2 separate points. It's a natural position for the human body, and it's a natural position for actual pooping. So toilets are a fabrication. Having to sit to poop is a lie. Which, if you visited like the Middle East, you've probably seen the squatting. What do you call those? Is it a toilet? I don't know.
Yeah.
After you squat over.
Yeah.
Poop away.
Latrines or something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, point number 3.
Ankle tightness.
Yeah, beneficial for ankle tightness. If you can't get in that deep squat position, it might be a sign that you're suffering from ankle tightness. So that leads us to point number 4.
Regain ankle mobility.
Yes, squatting is good for regaining ankle mobility. So now, point number 5. Another symptom of ankle tightness could be calf tightness. If you can't get into the deep squat, your calves might be tight. So squats are good for that. Number 6.
Reduce pain. By improving your squats, you are reducing your pain in terms of everyday life.
Correct.
In terms of comfortness, being able to move freely, being able to get down in positions, pick up things from the floor.
Yeah, get comfortable being uncomfortable, and in the long run, you'll be comfortable.
You'll be comfortable. You'll be strong.
Yeah. Reason number 7, reduce chances of injury. So being mobile, being strong, building the muscle, you're reducing the likelihood of getting injured.
Exactly.
Number 8, improve hip mobility. So now we talked about the ankle mobility, calf mobility. Now we're talking about hip mobility. If you can't get in a deep squat, another reason why might be uncomfortable for you is because you don't have good hip mobility. Sitting for long extended periods throughout the day, years on years, messes up your hips.
Yeah. Number 9, you're gonna feel more youthful, right? Getting into a squat is energetic. Using that exercise is energetic. You're gonna feel younger.
Yeah, you need to breathe through that motion too, so you'll be oxygenated by the end. Which leads to point number 10.
You're gonna feel more invigorated.
There you go. Fantastic.
Right? So obviously tying to the theme of being more youthful, you're gonna feel more energy. You're gonna feel more invigorated.
You're gonna walk different. All right. Point number 11. Sexy butt. Everybody wants a good butt. Everybody wants a nice butt. Otherwise Brazilian butt lifts wouldn't be a thing.
BBLs.
Everybody wants a nice ass, but no one wants to
do the work.
Yeah, no one wants to do the hard work, man.
That's a very common theme. Nobody wants to do the work. Someone wants a shortcut. There's no shortcut.
Yeah.
Do the work. Do the squats. That sexy butt by squatting. Number 12. Talking about sexy butts. What does a sexy butt look like? Is by building more muscle.
That's correct.
So yeah, squatting, a benefit of squatting is to build more muscle, and you're building your big muscle group. Number 13, it improves your insulin sensitivity. Your legs are big glucose disposers, right? They can take in a lot of glucose and burn it. Yeah. So that makes you more insulin sensitive.
Yeah, which is good.
Which is good.
Glucose disposal or glucose sink.
Glucose sink.
Yeah. Point number 14, hormone optimization. So, going through the motions, putting yourself through the
hardship.
Yeah, the hardship of pushing through the pain, what do you call it? Like tearing the muscle down, it's going to lead to building muscle and, increased testosterone, increased human growth hormone, things like that, HGH, naturally, endogenously, of course. And that is all good for you, all good for your hormones.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Number 15, we're talking about squatting here. Doing a lot of squats is going to benefit your spine.
Spinal decompression.
A benefit is spinal decompression.
Right, yes. Yeah. So if you're doing the body weight squat, and you do the squat, there's many ways you can do a squat, right? Many different positions or like extents to it. But if you're doing the squat where you're like what do you call it? Where you tuck your ass in, right? So your lower back is like bending in rather than like sticking it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a position that helps decompress the spine. Hey, someone says cheers from Guatemala. Salud. Se habla español también.
Salud.
Saludos.
You're going to increase blood flow to the knees.
Yeah, so number 16. Yeah, increase blood flow to the knees, which is good for the knees.
Good for the knees.
Yeah. And number 17.
Number 17.
This was perhaps the most interesting finding we had when we were looking into the benefits of squatting, and we might have to do a deep dive into this topic at a separate time. But if you just want to cover it briefly.
Yes. Yeah. So there's research about birthing, and there's two ideas, right? So one is you give birth while you're laying down, or second, you give birth while standing or a squatting position. So we actually cited a study here. I don't know if we'll actually cover it, but the study was saying that it seems to be more beneficial for the woman to birth in a standing or squatting position. It seems to be more consistent with how we've done it in the past, and we're talking about before hospitals and so. But it's a pretty good, very interesting article. Obviously, I can only go by what I read here, but I think it opens up this new idea, for me at least, as to a different means to, delivering a baby, delivering a human. Are we making the process more painful than it should be? Maybe, because just thinking about it, if you let gravity do its work, gravity is working for you. Yeah. Or just like the properties of density. Yes.
Properties of density are doing the work for you. But it seems like a better idea than lying down horizontally. And of course, I imagine there's still assistance required. But you can't just take a pregnant woman and get her to squat, right? This is assuming squatting is a natural position that you are strong in and you've been practicing throughout your life, etc. But anyways.
Yeah, and just to add, the paper does say that obviously the whole birthing process, you don't have to be standing or in a squatting position. You take breaks in between contractions, sometimes even being on your sides and whatever. But it's very detailed. We'll talk about it more on a separate time.
Yeah.
Moving on to point 18, progression for tightness. So squatting allows you to squat to different depth levels, right? There's your level of comfort, your level of development. So it's an easy exercise that allows you to progress through the tightness of your hips, calves, ankles, what we covered here.
Yeah, because everyone's going to be starting at a different position. I understand some people think it's ridiculous that you have to to be having to explain this about squats, but I'm telling you, some people never squat, and there's never as good as time to start than to get in the squatting position and progress through the tightness. Don't push yourself past the point of too much discomfort or pain.
Yes.
Right? It's a very it's a movement that you can progress, right? Which leads us to point number 19. The squat is a movement that also scales in difficulty, right? So if you struggle with getting in a deep squat or going through several reps at body weight, maybe you can try something like a box squat, right? Which is
squat,
where you basically squat onto a sitting position. So this could be your couch or a bench. You sit and then you stand up, and then you do it again and go through the reps, right? Until you feel more comfortable. Another tip, if squatting is too hard for you or for your ankle mobility, is elevating the heels. So you can put something like I don't know, like just wear heels, use a book.
Yeah. So if you're at home, you use whatever object. If you're at the gym, you can use plates.
Right.
You can stack the plates. But yeah.
Yeah. So it scales in difficulty, and of course, if you want to make it harder for yourself, you can start adding more resistance, adding more weight, or maybe doing other variations. Maybe doing what do you call pistol squats, things like that, etc. Going and start doing like the knees over toes kind of thing, etc. There's more than one way to squat. Now, moving on. Point number 20. It improves posture. So the end result of improving your mobility, ankles, calves, your knees, your hips, getting stronger, it's gonna improve your posture, because your posture starts from down up, starts from your feet, right?
From your foundation.
Your foundation, which is where you connect with the floor.
Yeah.
Right. It's what's holding you up. Your feet and your ankles hold all your body. Okay. Right. Your feet and your ankles hold more weight than your quads, right? Because your feet and your ankles have to hold your quad weight as well, like your thighs. So it's going to improve your posture, improving all this mobility. It's going to fix the way your legs position themselves against the floor, which is going to fix your hip, fix your lower back, and then hopefully fix your shoulders, fix your neck, the whole thing, right? Improve your posture. Point number 21.
Strength gain. Pretty obvious one, pretty straightforward. The more you squat, the stronger you're going to be.
Boom. Number 22. Endurance. Yeah. So not only will you get stronger, but you'll have more stamina as well, right? Exactly. Through the reps, through the pain, through the motion.
Number 23. Increases BMR, increases your basal metabolic rate.
Yeah, benefit of squatting, benefit of building any muscle. You're going to be increasing your metabolic rate, right? Yeah. Muscle is a metabolic organ. You're going to keep the weight off long term, build the muscle.
Exactly.
Which leads us to point 24.
It helps with fat loss.
It helps with fat loss. By virtue of increasing your BMR, it's going to help your fat loss. So if you haven't joined Squatcember, go join right now, because January is when everyone wants to lose weight, and so we're kind of setting up for that, right? It's the way of the game.
Yeah.
If you want to start changing your life today,
start now.
Start now.
December seems to be a date where people are most inactive. It could be because of the weather, because of the holiday season. So we're pushing this Squatcember so that people remain active.
That's right.
Point number 25, increases vascularization to muscle.
Vascularization.
Vascularization to muscle. So you're improving your blood flow to your legs. By improving the blood flow, you're improving the nutrients. You're improving how many nutrients get into your legs. More, you can deliver more amino acids, more proteins, more other vitamins, and so.
Yeah. It's good for you.
It's good for you.
Yeah. Reason number 26. It trains the biggest muscle groups.
Yes.
So obviously you don't want to watch your hamstrings, your glutes. You don't want to neglect your lower body, which is a big mistake many people do. Men, they want to work out the vein muscles, chest and buys. And then, women just want to focus on the booty. They don't want thick thighs. They want the Instagram booty. They don't want the thick thighs. They're afraid they're going to squat once and then come into the rock, right? Which, let me tell you, it doesn't happen like that.
It's not that easy. Not that easy.
I think your lower body is like, probably like around 50% of your total body weight. So if you're neglecting your lower body, you're leaving a lot on the table. Moving on.
Number 27, carry the weight of your body with ease, right? If you have strong legs, the lighter you're going to feel.
Yeah, you ever seen someone with like a big belly, skinny legs? You can tell they're wobbling around. No offense if this is you, but you should get squatting.
Get squatting.
Yeah.
Number 28, thick thighs save lives. That's a pretty obvious one.
Yeah.
Right.
Haters will say it's fake.
Haters will say it's fake. Whoa. Number 29, promotes muscle gain all around.
That's right. By virtue of, building muscle in your legs, optimizing your hormones, having better posture, being a happier overall person, it's going to help you get gains all around your body. So if you feel like your upper body is lagging in growth, you're lagging in gains in your upper body, maybe you should try focusing on your lower body a bit more,
Yes. And number point 30, character. Obviously, squatting is not easy. Squatting, takes energy, right?
Yeah.
Someone who has character will go through them.
Yeah. It takes mental resilience to push through the pain, to slay that dragon.
Slay that dragon. Number 31, it's free. And it's cheaper than therapy.
That's right. Squatting is cheap. It's free. You don't need any equipment.
You can do it right now.
Yeah. Get squatting. You owe yourself 10 squats.
Do 50 squats now.
Now,
on command.
Yeah. All 11 of you watching. Go squat.
Get to it.
Squat goals. That's right.
Number 32, low time commitment. You don't have to do it at your home.
Yeah, you can do it at work. You can do it in your car while you drive to work.
Yes, do 50 squats as you're watching this.
Yeah, only if you have a Tesla.
If you have a Tesla, you can do squats while driving.
Yeah.
Number 33, toned legs. An obvious benefit to squatting.
Yeah. So this one's for the chicks, always asking, oh, how do I get toned? First of all, there's no such thing. But if you squat, you'll get toned. How about that? 34, short shorts.
Short shorts.
Yeah, seriously, anything beyond 5-inch inseam,
it's a no-go.
What are you doing? Unless you're wearing like cargo shorts for like
work utility purposes.
Yeah, for like actual utility purposes, then I'm not hating on that.
Yeah.
Right. If you're wearing them because for any other reason, get squatting and get shorter shorts. 5-inch inseam.
Yes.
Number 35.
35, improved speed and power.
Yeah.
So squatting is a very athletic movement. The more you squat, the more you are able to recruit those muscles. By increasing your ability to recruit those muscles, you are increasing your speed and power. It's an athletic movement.
Yeah.
Number 36, harder to kill.
Yeah. Get ready, guys.
Right. If you can survive squats, you can survive anything.
Yeah, get ready. The day is coming. You need to be hard to kill.
You gotta become hard to kill, like it was yesterday.
Day of judgment is coming.
Number 37, greater independence as you age, right? So the stronger you remain by keeping your strong legs, you're able to continue walking further and further later in age. Hopefully, you'll never need assistance if you work your legs.
That's right. Yeah. It only gets harder to move the older you get. So if you're not moving now, you're going to be barely moving later down the line. You're going to be barely moving later down the line. Did I say that right? Doesn't matter.
You got it.
Number 38.
Knee joint protection, right? So by building your legs, you're also strengthening your knee joints. Therefore, you have stronger knees.
Yeah. Yeah. Muscle is a protective organ. Yes, muscle is an organ. So build some muscle, build some protection. It's investing in your retirement, in your health retirement account, something like that down the line. And then reason number 39.
39.
It's a portable exercise. So,
Portable exercise.
this amazing product, you can put it in your bag and take it with you when you travel. It's called Your Legs and Squat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Fletcher says, don't move now. We'll hate it later.
That's correct.
That's correct.
That's correct. And squatting is infinitely more beneficial than like doing cardio or running. No hate on running. If you like to do it by all means. But with running, unless you have really good form for running, you're gonna be actually destroying your knees, right? It's actually gonna be harder for you later. All that impact. Okay, so become more resilient.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was point number 39.
39.
And
the next one's 40 through 50. Right?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good. Squatting is good.
That's number 40. Number 41. It's good.
Yeah.
42. Good. 43. Good. 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 Good.
Yeah. So we only got to 39. We ran out of time, but I'm sure we can come up with 11 more reasons why you should squat. So that was 39 reasons, and then 11 more. It's just good for you. Trust us, bro.
You guys get it.
Trust us, bro. Do you need the Mendelian randomization trials? Do you need the human clinical outcome data to tell you that squats are good for longevity? Hey.
Are you taking out citations, studies to see? Oh, maybe I should do squats because the study says so.
Yeah. Do you need a PhD to know that squats are good for you? Maybe. Come on, join the Discord. Get squatting.
Get squatting.
Yeah.
Thank you for making us do 50 squats. Yes, I love the spirit.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're all about. We're trying to help people as much as we can.
Yeah, right? Thank you for participating.
Yeah, thank you. And thank every one of you for watching us tonight. I'm glad you guys have nothing to do on Saturday night. It's awesome. That's awesome. So that was 50 reasons. Now we're moving on to our second talking point of today.
Second subject.
Yeah, which is the title of this show tonight. Confidence Man. We actually named it different things.
Confidence.
Confidence
Man. Confidence Man. So some of you may get it. Some of you will get it.
There was some recent controversy this week in a neighboring health and wellness space, let's put it that way, because it's not directly associated with
the carnivore community.
Right, the carnivore community, I would say.
It's interesting,
Yeah, but we shared a video earlier this week about the video from like More Plates, More Dates. Shout out More Plates, More Dates. Shout out Derek. He puts out great work for people who are interested in that field. Whatever. But in light of the recent controversy, we're not gonna say this individual's name because we do not want to.
It's about the greater topic, right?
Yeah. We do not want to beat the man down, beat the individual down, or beat anyone down when they're down.
We're talking about the greater pattern.
Yeah.
The thing that our industry, the health, wellness, and fitness industry, is exposed to. This is not the only one case that's going to happen. It's going to happen again, and that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Why it matters? I think many people have come to the defense of the controversy. You're free to have your own opinion. Personally, I think it's an issue by and large, not just with this individual, but across the board. And so, we'll be addressing this topic. Yeah. People are. I love the comments. Keep them coming.
Interesting comments.
We'll try our best to not say this individual's name because we do not want to. The human word has power, and if you do not support the act that this individual is putting, then I would ask, please do not say it. Because words have power. They transmute the world mind into a reality.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
got it.
So first question we're going to answer is, what is a charlatan? And this is inspired by and large by the video from More Plates, More Dates.
So we're showing. What is this? What that we're showing?
Yeah. So on our slides, by the way, if you haven't joined our Discord group, go join. You can find the link to the YouTube where we're showing the full presentation. We have slides with images, and we'll be sharing videos and studies and papers and everything. Just live on Instagram here. On the presentation, I'm showing an image of this is Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? So this is our confidence man. This is our proxy, our placeholder for this individual. So if you get it, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, controversial figure today. But back to the question: what is a charlatan, and why does it matter? Again, inspired by the video from More Plates, More Dates. I forget the name of the individual he featured who addressed this topic, but I think it's important to realize, what exactly we're dealing with here. So I have here on the slides the definition of a charlatan. Charlatan, a fraud or a person who pretends to have some skill or be something he isn't. Okay. Now I have a comic here where there's this lady with a crystal magic ball, like the fortune teller kind. And she's saying, I can't see your future, but luckily, I'm very good with vague generalities and meaningless half-truths. Okay, so, just trying to be funny here, a charlatan is basically, a person that is a fraud. They pretend to be something that they aren't, and usually it's to their benefit, right? At your cost. Okay, so this person is trying to take your money. Now, with that definition stated, that's just an independent fact. Don't get triggered. We're going to be addressing the good, the bad, and the ugly about the situation, right? Because credit is due where credit is due. We're not here to turn down anyone, keep anyone down when they're down. We're here to address the facts. If that makes you upset, then I'm sorry. You can unfollow us.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So starting with the good.
Good job on doing 50 squats.
Yeah, shout out to Scardreezy. 50 squats smashed. Hey, go to our Discord and log them in. Also,
log your squats in our Discord.
Also, if you guys wanna film yourself doing it, hashtag Squatcember and tag us. We'll be resharing. So, starting with the good. Clearly, the charlatan put on an act, right? The act went viral on social media. Cool. You leverage social media to grow your business. Okay. We're here on Instagram, right? We're here on YouTube too. We're on Discord. Okay. We're all on social media. Okay. It's the age of social media. Everyone's trying to build a business online. Cool.
So what you see, people join the fitness industry, join the diet industry, and they have a good message. They want to deliver a good message, a positive message. And obviously, be active, work out, be more with nature, be more in tune with nature. That's a good message. And second, they, confidence man, bring awareness on a certain topic, on a certain industry or a certain niche,
Yeah.
which is good. It gathers a lot of attention. People, it gives attention where it's due. Carnivore community. I think it is a good community. I think it will provide a lot of answers, a lot of truths for what it is.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest benefits was raising awareness about the nutrient density of animal foods, right? So,
Yeah.
we'll take that, also raising awareness about some of the particular issues that face the world today, right? So, we're more obese than ever, we're more depressed than ever, we're more suicidal than ever. You can paint a really grim picture. Things aren't looking that great in general across the population for most people, unfortunately. And, which is why we do what we do, right? Which is why we started this page, to help people and, arm them with truth and fight back against the lies. Fight back against the lies, okay? This is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Which brings us now to the bad, right? So we talked about the good message and awareness. Good message, important to raise awareness. What is the bad about what happened this week? Or rather, about the whole act, that the confidence man, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, put on, the act that he put on, the person put on,
So it is false branding, right? So whether you like it or not, you sort of gain authority if you present yourself in a certain way. So you present yourself in a way that's way too advanced, and then at the same time you promote all these good ideas, and obviously people kind of get the message that this is good, but they need help. People need help to do the work. So obviously a product is sold. Nothing wrong with selling a product.
Nothing wrong with making a dollar, an honest dollar.
Yeah, and you can walk around the idea of not saying that you achieve your physique a certain by using your product. You can go your entire career by saying, oh, the product didn't give me this physique, but obviously people are going to make the association that you are the way that you are because of what you are selling.
Yeah, and it's saying, that identifying as 100% organic.
Yeah. Even the name was a marketing name.
Yeah, a marketing gimmick.
The name was a marketing name, and selling a marketing product. Surely the connection wasn't stated as illicitly saying that this made me like this. But obviously marketing tactics are going to lead you into thinking that perhaps the pill is the solution. Mm-hmm. So this misleads consumers.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is, so false branding leads to the second point, which is misleading the consumer. And this is perhaps, to me personally at least, this is where I have the biggest issue, which is, purposefully misleading the consumer. Consumers making decisions based on inaccurate information, incomplete information, making decisions based on lies, okay? Because this isn't any different than someone going out and buying Beyond Meat because they're being told that Beyond Meat is healthier for you, it's better for the environment, and no animals were killed making this Beyond Meat, right? So it's the same deal. People are buying into this narrative, but they're buying into a product that is not real. It's fake, okay? It's fake. And a lot of the work that we do is push back against the lies. We've all been lied to. Clearly, if you're watching this, if you follow this page, you probably realize that to some extent, most of the mainstream general consensus ideas surrounding nutrition are based on lies. And obviously, the rabbit hole goes deep. But this is the issue I have, right? It's no different than Beyond Meat. It's no different than canola oil advertising itself as heart healthy.
Yeah.
Telling you, it'll protect your heart, when it's a complete inversion of the truth.
Complete inversion.
Okay, so you're being sold a fake product, you're buying into a fake brand, and this is just misleading the consumer. And don't get me wrong, I mean, people are free to lie as much as they want, right? I'm not the I don't know what, the moral arbiter of truth here.
Yeah, you're not the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, I'm not holier than thou. I'm just saying, like a lot of the work that we try to do is push back against the lies and arm people with truth so that they can see for themselves, right? Observe by themselves that, this works, right? This works. Like eating animal-based foods, eating animal fat, eating lots of red meat actually works. While it might not fix all your problems, it certainly won't make them worse. Okay.
It's like you're stepping closer to what the truth is.
Yeah. And the best way for you to know it's true is because you're observing it yourself through your own experimentation. You're not having someone tell you, spoon feed you what is correct based on general consensus, based on virality, based on follower count, right? That kind of thing. Based on, oh my God, like a funny TikTok. It's like,
yeah,
we are advocates for the truth here. Okay, so that's why, at least me personally, I'll say this. I don't think it's fair to lie to the consumer. Okay, and I think this sort of behavior should not be condoned, should not be defended. It should not be funded, right? Because even though you might think, oh, the message is good and the product works for me, you're buying into the brand, and the brand lied to your face.
It's a false branding.
Yeah, the brand lied to your face, and you're saying, I'm okay with being lied to. I'm okay with other people being lied to. You might as well go buy canola oil, okay? I'm serious. You might as well. There's tons of other brands out there not lying to your face. Obviously my opinions on supplementation, I'll put those aside. But, there's honest people out there building honest supplement companies, giving you honest advice, being open about, being transparent about the things they do. Those people I respect. Those people I don't have an issue with. Okay, but before I get too riled up, we'll move on to the third part, right? So we covered the good and the bad. Part number 3, the ugly. Okay, now we're gonna get nasty. And this is again, at least me personally, I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's ugly. We have 2 points. So point number 1, it's exploiting unsuspecting people. Okay, so it's much like, and I'll draw another analogy here. It's much like, there's a reason veganism. It seems women are more likely to fall for veganism, right? It's because they're being exploited. Their unsuspecting nature is being exploited, right? Their more empathetic, caring nature is being exploited into falling into this fake narrative about, the animals, right?
The animals, the environment.
Yeah, protect the earth, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we can talk ages about that. But this product, this branding, everything, it's exploiting unsuspecting people, because who do you think is buying these products, right? So everyone is familiar with the figure. Oh my God, this brand, this company is making $100 million a year. What do you think is funding that? Ask yourself. Do you think it's the experienced gym bro who tracks his macros, has experience working out, takes the product, feels like they're getting an edge because it helps their performance, they maxed out their bench? Like, do you think a majority of people buying the product is that kind of person? Struggling for years with their obesity, with their being overweight, finding a system that works for them. These are the people who tend to buy these kind of products, right? And so who do you think is actually being exploited? Who do you think is going to make the bulk of that revenue? It's the people who don't know better. It's the people who have been looking for that solution. Maybe they've tried many other things and they failed. And then along comes this guy that popped up on Twitter, on TikTok, and you're like, oh, maybe this is what I'm missing, right? Maybe this is what I'm missing. I'll just add this supplement. I'll supplement with this supplement. I will complement my current lifestyle with this product because I'm being told I should just start there, right? I should just start there. Never mind, like, obviously, there's all the other beliefs, connect, cold, whatever. But, again, the people who are falling for this product, the people who are paying their money, are the people who are just looking at this as a way to get that one-size-fits-all solution, right? Get that packaged solution. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think that was Fantastic.
Yeah. I hope I made my point across. You know, the majority of people buying this product is not like your experienced, jacked, ripped gym bro, right? There's some of those, but you know, these are the guys who also like buy all sorts of supplements. They take the protein powder, they take creatine, they take the Shilajit, because you know, these are the guys looking to get that extra edge, right? Over, you know, they want to get those extra reps, increase their bench, right? You know, I used to be like that. I don't take any powders anymore. All I eat is steak and eggs, and I go lift, and I'm feeling great.
Zero protein powders consumed.
Yeah, don't buy protein powder. Eat your protein. But again, the majority of people who will be buying this product is people who don't know better. People who, you know, they're falling for the lie. Okay, and it's an issue. It's an issue because these people, they need help, and you know, things like the carnivore diet or an animal-based way of eating actually help people. They're powerful tools. And this brings me to the second point, right? So the first point was exploiting the unsuspecting people, and number two, it's hijacking the movement. Even though this company didn't necessarily associate themselves with the carnivore movement, they kind of, you know, many people were just like incidentally like tying it together, right? So it's like anytime I would tell anyone, oh, you know, I do a carnivore diet, they go through like all the initial shock phase. No vegetables. What about potatoes? I don't miss any of that. They'll be like, oh, so you're like, you know, this person. You're like the confidence man. You eat raw balls. You eat raw liver. I'm like, no, I don't do any of that. I don't do any of those gimmicks. Okay. Nothing against people who do. Nothing against doing it. I'm just saying, you know, I don't partake in those behaviors. So anyways, the whole shtick, the whole act is getting associated together with the carnivore movement, to the detriment of the movement and to the detriment of the real mission, the real purpose of the movement, which is the carnivore diet works. The carnivore diet helps people. It might not fix all your issues, but it certainly does not make them worse. It certainly can only help eating nutrient-dense animal foods. The whole point is to give you freedom, to give you the freedom and independence to break free from the chains of, you know, pharma, right? To break free from the dependency on the pills, from the prescriptions. Okay, that is the whole point. That is why this movement is revolutionary, because you wake up to the lies. You realize the three-letter agencies, you realize the FDA, the USDA, the World Health Organization, you realize, did I say FDA, USDA, WHO, the UN, the FAO, et cetera, the EPA, they're all in on it, and they're all lying to your face, and they're all laughing, because they'll sell you things like the food pyramid, where they tell you, we'll be discussing this too.
We're covering the food pyramid.
Yeah, they'll tell you you need to get most of your nutrition from the grains, okay? Meanwhile, the government is subsidizing the CDC. Yes, that's the one I forgot. Thank you. CDC, they're all, you know, telling you to buy the grains, eat the grains. They're subsidizing the grains. They're making the grains cheaper. They're giving the insurances to the farmers. They're burdening the farmers to, you know, invest into that super expensive equipment to process these huge amounts of acreage with the machines and, you know, the refining, and also like then all these grains need to be fortified with synthetic vitamins. Right, you know, look at any wheat flour, enriched wheat flour. You know, it's reinforced with B1 thiamine. It's reinforced with folate. It's reinforced with iron. Okay, so
actual iron.
Okay, so by the way, I find it so funny that, you know, if you ate like a balanced diet, like according to the food pyramid, no one would bat an eye at like, oh, you know, do you think your supplements, like, you know, what about your B1? Or what about your folate? But if you start a carnivore diet, then everyone is worried about, you know, supplementing. Come on. The whole point is to move away from dependency. You do not need to supplement. I personally hold the belief, I do not accept the idea that supplementing is necessary. Supplementing, by definition, is a supplement. It's not a replacement for your nutrition. Okay.
Yeah. The logic doesn't follow. If supplementing means bonus, means optional, means non-essential, you don't need it. So saying you need supplements or you're lacking something doesn't logically follow. And that is, like my brother is saying, like one of the key realization of the carnivore diet, which is not actually being mentioned a lot in social media, is the ability to realize that this whole time you've been made to believe that you're lacking, you're deficient, you need powders, you need protein powders, you need creatine, you need all these things. But the answer is so simple, so true, so easy, and it's food that you can enjoy day after day after day after day. And that's the liberating aspect of the carnivore diet. It frees you from all these things that you have to buy that you think you need.
Yeah, all these things taking your money, your hard-earned money. Okay, and if you're gonna put down $50, $60 for this monthly subscription of desiccated foods, which by the way, no one ever mentions this, but desiccating food removes a lot of the nutrients in it too, especially the water soluble ones, right? So most of your B vitamins will be gone when you desiccate something. Okay, so take those $50, $60 and go buy yourself some steak. You want to have the liver, go buy yourself the highest quality, grass-fed, grass-finished beef liver you can find, beef heart, $50, $60, multiple pounds of these foods, and be stocked up for months. Okay, you'll be getting the real deal. If you're so inclined to have it, go ahead and do it. Do it right. Do not fall for these lies. Do not fall for the misleading of the consumer.
Yeah. So yeah, like one of the lessons is, hey, these food recommendations don't really work. I'm gonna try this. Actually feel good. Weight loss. A lot of chronic diseases go away. Uh, and then, but the message that you are actually freeing yourself from like all these externalities doesn't really get communicated, because that is a key lesson to take away from this. All the knowledge that you were led to believe is now in question, and now you have to travel this path and discover the truth for yourself and realize my life is actually better by not worrying about all these things.
Yeah, you can focus on other things. Okay, like people are hypochondriacs. Okay, and not hating. I'm somewhat of a hypochondriac too, but I have to check myself every once in a while, and I'm like, dude, I'm doing good, right? Steak and eggs, baby. Let's go all the way. The next step, once you have all of that dialed in, is focusing on the other things, right? All the other things you want to focus, which we can get into or not. People go down this rabbit hole. Oh, the water. Oh, the clothes. Oh, the 5G. That sort of thing. Not saying you should get rid of 5G, but okay, what?
Yeah, it's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. But the point is, many people are bringing these behaviors that they got from their doctors, right? Like you're missing some pills or surgery to achieve your goal, and they're bringing that into the movement. I do not accept that. We do not accept that.
Rejected.
Yeah, and again, if you've got everything covered, you're eating the real food, you feel great, and then maybe you want to experiment on top of that, go ahead by all means. Right? I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you that if you you shouldn't be forcing anything you don't want to do. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll come around to it, because you can only keep it up for so long.
Yeah. Anyways, that concludes our section on the confidence man. Again, we're not saying the person's name because we do not want to empower this kind of behavior. However, we felt like to address, why this is an issue and why we're not okay with it, and why I think you should not be okay with it either. I'm not telling you what to do or what to think. Think for yourself. But we presented some factual information and we gave you our opinions. Why is it an issue? Snake oil salesmen, they will always be around in the health and wellness space since the beginning of time. Okay, this is nothing new. Nothing. This actor is a very, very good actor, a very, very good, smart actor, very good at leveraging social media. Okay, but we should not feed this behavior, and every time we talk about it, we feed it. So
On to the next topic.
On to the next topic. Yes, thank you.
The food pyramid.
Yeah. So if any of you guys follow Lane Norton, BioLane, he is, I like to call him a normie zealot. He likes to call people like us carnivore zealots. Hi, Courtney Luna. Shout out Courtney Luna. Go follow Courtney Luna. She makes killer videos on TikTok and Instagram. It's people like her who are going to make this movement more popular. They're so creative with their videos. I love it. And the recipes. So keep it up. Anyways, Lane Norton, the normie zealot. He likes to call us carnivore zealots. I'll call him normie zealot because all he does is defend and uphold mainstream opinion because that's what the consensus says. Okay? Consensus, the totality of the evidence, right? And listen, it's very important to harp on this. I know many people don't feel safe stepping out onto the danger zone or like outside of the comfort zone of what we think we know about nutrition, right? And you're kind of stepping outside. You're stepping outside the what you call it? Like, well, you're stepping outside like the normal zone when you jump into like you're eating a lot of red meat, and by all accounts, they say red meat is going to kill you. You should limit it. It's good, but you should limit it.
That's the general belief right now. If you tell people that you have more a steak every day, they're going to think you're dying.
Yes.
While visibly you'll be in better health than the average person, which is interesting.
Yeah. So normie zealots like Lane will literally say that he would prefer to go on a vegan diet than a carnivore diet because fiber reduces your risk of cancer. And red meat is associated with risks of cancer. Okay, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You enjoy shitting your brains out all day. I'll take my one bowel movement a day, if even.
Yeah.
But anyways, he put out this video responding to Jordan B. Peterson, Dr. Daddy Jordan Peterson, this generation's father, where he was talking about a food pyramid.
Food pyramid.
Yeah, how it has led to like the biggest catastrophe in human health.
Has anyone here seen Jordan Peterson talk about the food pyramid, talking about how the government suddenly decided and gave guidelines on having a diet rich in carbohydrates? Is that a video that you've seen? Question to our viewers.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched that video. He's like, it's one of those videos where he's like speaking all professorial to the camera. Epidemic of obesity. Diabetes.
I have the video of
diabetes.
I have it here if you want to see it.
Yeah. One of the worst public health disasters of all time. The entire Western population.
Yeah, so he's saying, remember that last time that the government came in and told people what they were supposed to consume? We were offered to the much vaunted food pyramid. Protein and fats involved. Very wrong. He calls the food pyramid anti-truth.
Oh my God! Wait, can you scroll down the comment? I see Simon Hill commented. He's saying like, is the comment long? Oh, that's pretty long.
It's kind of long.
Yeah, but there's this guy Simon Hill. Have you guys heard of Simon Hill? Normie zealot. Dr. Peterson, with all due respect, this isn't the best conclusion that one could make about chronic disease and nutrition today. Less than 5% of the USA public actually follows the dietary guidelines. How can they be responsible for chronic disease if essentially nobody adheres to them? We have RCTs looking at what happens to health risk factors when you do eat according to dietary guidelines. Bim bam boom. I think you should look into this a bit more. You're far too intelligent to leap into conclusions that contradict the best data we have. So here we have, a normie cell evidence-based practitioner coming in and championing in all of the mainstream, evidence-based that we have, saying that if you actually adhere to the food pyramid, you'd be healthy, right? You'd be good enough, right? Because, yeah.
We're going to touch on those points.
Yeah.
I'm touching on those
Jumping ahead.
But yeah, so in his clip, he says it was built by marketers, not actual scientists.
Yeah, the food pyramid.
So that's, I haven't seen someone address that point. Should marketers be building food pyramids? No, is the answer. And he also said that the food pyramid says fat and protein should be at the top, something to be indulged. That's what the food pyramid says. And still, the people who respond against Dr. Jordan B. Peterson don't address this point. Because obviously the carnivore diet is entirely fat and protein, yet we see people's health improve. We see chronic diseases go away. So how is that point wrong? I like Lane Norton doesn't actually address that point. What Lane Norton does is put on a tinfoil hat.
Puts on a tinfoil hat.
It's so like, what's the point, man? You create a thumbnail with a tinfoil hat saying the government made us fat. I don't see you address anything about protein being at the top of the food pyramid. So is that right? Is that what you're saying? The government was right at put protein something to be indulged with, not very frequently, not very often. I disagree, and I'm sure you disagree too.
Yeah, but it has to champion and lean on the science, on the science. Soy, right? Soy protein good for you.
I mean, what happens when you soy feed all your scientists? You think you're gonna be anti-soy or pro-soy?
Yeah, let's go to the next slide.
Next slide.
All right, so we have the food pyramid here on display. The USDA food pyramid officially from 1992 to 2005. At the base of the pyramid, you have your grains, bread, cereal, rice, and pasta. Okay, so this makes the base of the pyramid. This means that if you cover your base, you're probably good, right? And then on top of that, the second level, split into two groups, is the fruit group and the vegetable group. Fruits 2 to 4 servings, vegetables 3 to 5 servings. Okay, cool. Next level, level number 3, 2 sections: milk, yogurt, and cheese. Dairy, so dairy 2 to 3 servings, and then you have meat, right? 2 to 3 servings. And with this section of meat, it says meat, poultry, fish, dried beans, eggs, and nuts. Okay. And within the meats, they're gonna say lean meats, chicken, turkey, right? Lean meat, limited. But it's put together with dried beans and nuts. Think about that. And at the very top, at the tip of the pyramid, we have fats, oils, and sweets. Use sparingly. But see, this is what I think it's so misleading about the pyramid, because most people will look at this and say 6 to 11 servings of carbs. Oh, as long as I have that, I'm probably good, right? I think it sets up the wrong incentives. If you had meat at the base of the pyramid, though, that means a good interpretation of that would be, hey, if you cover your base, you're probably in the safe space. If you only ate the grains, you're gonna develop nutrient deficiency. Yeah, there's a reason grains are fortified with synthetic vitamins, guys. Okay, they're not a complete source of nutrition. They're not complete protein.
They're telling you right in the box, this doesn't have enough nutrition. We have to add it synthetically.
Yeah, it has to be fortified with the B vitamins, with iron, okay, with calcium, all these things. They put in the cereal with kids. Okay, it's not okay. It's an issue, and the belief is, the belief why also, So obviously, fiber and whole grains, they say that's good for you, but then also, you need the carbs because your body runs on glucose. Okay.
Cool story.
Yeah, cool story. Okay. No one told the USDA that we can also use fats for fuel. And why some people might be interested in using fat for fuel for metabolic benefits. Hey, I don't know. I'm not a scientist working at the USDA, right?
We're not scientists, so any brain power, any critical thought is dumb.
Yeah, but hey, we're pretty smart guys.
Yeah, the USDA food pyramid is still relevant to this day. We have a video about it. And if you're a carnivore, if you're in the animal-based community, you have a sense that food pyramid doesn't really apply, right? So Jordan Peterson saying, this food pyramid doesn't work, man. And people are saying, oh, yeah, but people didn't follow it.
Yeah, that's the cop out these people have. The evidence-based practitioners, Simon Hill and BioLane. I guess I'm okay with calling them out by name.
The normie zealots, the regulators, right? They regulate any advancement, right?
The Agent Smiths matrix.
Agent Smiths of this matrix.
If you will.
They're here to defend existing structures. Not really here to push new knowledge or things that will free you.
They're not here to take a risk. They're not here to see like, this one study contradicted this inherently held belief across the industry. Maybe there's something into it. No. They never take this stance.
No.
They say, this contradicting finding is limited by this and that. But I'm going to lean on the totality of evidence. I'm going to lean on the consensus. I'm going to lean on what these institutions say and what my peers say. What kind of science is that?
It's crazy, right? This is what happens when you think that you're expressing knowledge, critical thinking by kind of just supporting the larger consensus is, or by kind of taking your thoughts away from you and putting them in papers, right? From people that you've never known. It's just a name there. Someone did it, and it's not really fair, right? I think we all came to carnivore because something wasn't working, and we realized fats and proteins are actually good for you. And Jordan Peterson points this out, but the counter response is people didn't follow it. That's building up a straw man, right? You are arguing something that he is not saying. He's saying the pyramid is wrong. So why do you think the pyramid is right then? Or you should at least be neutral to the pyramid. No, instead they say, no, people didn't follow it. And we'll touch on more about the importance of having a food pyramid. The actual implications of having a food pyramid. We're going to touch on that.
They say, oh, Dr. Peterson, you should stay in your lane. Yeah, you should on nutrition, even though you're so sick that the only thing that could hold your life together was going on a strict red meat diet. Like, that's not his fault. He held his tongue. He bit his tongue on nutrition, talking about nutrition for many years. Sorry, I saw this really good question. I just want to. I just read it. So because I know people are asking questions and I'm missing them. So put the questions in the box. But this is a very good question, so I'll read it. Would you agree that if triglycerides rise on a strict animal-based diet, that the diet may not be for you, and that fiber may be needed for this individual? So my first question to you would be, were you fasted when you took your blood test? There's good evidence to suggest that you should fast for at least, I think it's 12 hours for you to take a blood test, because any sooner than that, your triglycerides will show very, very high, depending on how much fat you ate on the last meal. Okay, so that's the first question. That is, you should be fasted. If you're eating this way, you should be fasted for at least 12 hours for your blood test. So chances are your triglycerides are probably going to be lower. And then
in a fasted state.
yeah, and then the
Coffee.
other. Yeah, right. And are you drinking coffee in the fasted state, or do you drink coffee regularly? Because that will also, so it might show higher LDL levels, higher triglycerides in a blood test. So additionally, what are your other markers looking like? This is not medical advice, right?
Yeah.
This is not an expert's opinion, although we are very well trained in the subject, obviously. But another marker to look at is your HDL, right? So the HDL to triglyceride ratio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Triglyceride to HDL. Which way? I'm forgetting what the direction it goes. TG to HDL.
Yeah. You want low triglycerides.
If it's under 2.0, that's good. You're in the safe zone. So it's triglyceride to HDL. Yes, triglyceride will be usually the higher number. I suspect. If anyone knows, you can double check me. But you want to look at that marker too. So the triglyceride to HDL ratio, if it depending on the units you use, if you're using the milligrams as we do here on, well, I suppose America. I don't know what other units the other countries use. If your ratio is under 2.0, then you are allegedly in the safe zone, or there is some research that would suggest that you are in the safe zone. So again, fast for 12 hours, take the test. Coffee might raise your numbers too, and also you want to look at your other markers, right? So usually, low HDL, high triglycerides, and high LDL is like a sign of insulin resistance. Okay, if you have low TGs, high LDL, high HDL, that's a sign. That's a sign that you're efficiently using the mobilized fatty acids for energy. So that was a really good question. Your question was, should this individual include fiber in their diet? Listen, man, if you want to add fiber to your diet, please go ahead. Okay, I'm not here to demonize plant foods or demonize the fibers, even though there are some issues with them. Those issues might affect everyone differently. Okay, so if they don't affect you, and you feel better eating the fiber because you're concerned for your triglyceride numbers, go ahead. Is there a reason for you to be concerned? Well, I gave you my 3 points already. Is there a legit reason to add fiber other than that? No. Is it going to help your constipation? No, we know that. Is it going to help all these other things? No. And we're not against we're not here to demonize or attack food groups. We're here to advocate for animal foods and for people finding their own way to do things, finding their own balance, right? With a strong emphasis in red meat and fat. But that was a great question.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Moving on.
Yeah. Moving on about the food pyramid. By the way, if you go on YouTube and you search food pyramid, so the person answered fasted 12 hours. The timing actually makes a lot of difference. It says completely fasted. Okay. LDL and triglycerides rise when strict carnivore, or lowers when they add fruit. Yeah, well, that makes sense. It's going to. Well, that makes sense. Keep in mind, if you're adding carbs, so LDL and triglycerides, LDL is a carrier for energy. If you're fat adapted, if you're burning fat, you're going to be mobilizing more fat. So it's naturally to see an increased LDL and higher triglycerides because your tissues are actually using the fatty acids for energy. Okay, if you're eating the carbs, then your body is using the glucose, and your body will adapt to that by lowering its mobilization of fatty acids. Okay, so that's why levels go down when you add fibers and you start adding carbs, and that's why when you go on a keto or carnivore diet, your LDL and your triglycerides are going to go up. But then again, that's where the context and the ratios matter, right? So what is your HDL looking like, and what is your triglyceride to HDL ratio?
Yeah. What's your?
Yeah, and we have tons of content out there on cholesterol specifically. Any questions you might have, we have a cholesterol highlight you can check out, and there's some clips to some very in-depth lectures that you should also check out. Should you be concerned about your LDL numbers.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So yeah, go watch a lecture that we have about Dr. Paul Mason talking about cholesterol. The most recent one, it's really solid, and he kind of walks you through all these metabolic markers and talks about LDL and talks about cholesterol. It's really good, really good.
Yeah. So anyways, if you go on YouTube and you search the food pyramid, the first thing that'll come up is this cartoon video for kids. Food pyramid, how different foods affect your body. The Dr. Binox show, like binocs, like binoculars.
Or Dr. Binox, yeah.
Kids. Some of you might be familiar with this.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Are you watching it?
So, I mean, right. So this video was posted in 4 months ago, July 2022. Very interesting. July 22, 2022.
0722.
So talking about the relevance of the food pyramid, people are talking about it like it's something in the past. This is a cartoon show for kids, and it basically talks about the food pyramid that we used to know, that as carnivores we no longer accept, because obviously it didn't work for us. Is what Jordan Peterson is saying. It doesn't work.
It worked for the Western civilization.
And here we are, a cartoon show kind of talking about the food pyramid having grains at the bottom still, and then vegetables, and your 6 to 11 servings of grains, and then sweets and fats and oils at the top, and limited milk, limited protein. And the video says the protein should be chicken, turkey, all these lean meat. Clearly, this food pyramid is still relevant, is still well alive this day. So it is important to talk about the food pyramid. It is important to point out that the food pyramid doesn't work, right? That's the message that Dr. Jordan Peterson says.
Yeah. It's a fabrication. It's not real, the food pyramid. It's not real.
It's not real.
Why do they feed cattle to fatten them up? Grains. What's at the base of this pyramid? Grains. But then they'll say the pyramid doesn't work because people didn't stick to it.
That's not what's being argued here.
Well, that's what every doctor will recommend to you. But by the way, let me tell you, that is saying that is kind of like trying to shrug off the fact that the food pyramid didn't work. And maybe they'll have some studies that show that it does work, whatever. You can torture that data as much as you want. But these food pyramids actually matter because they're used, federal agencies will use the food pyramid and the dietary guidelines to implement food policy in institutions for education, for healthcare, for the military, things like that. So we're just right there. You're talking about, public school education system. So what are the kids being fed at school, right? All the way from, what do they call it here? Lower primary, all the way through high school. What are your kids eating in school? Do you know? They're probably getting like Eggo, my Lego. What's the Eggos? Eggos? Eggos, like the reheated waffles, and they're getting like carton orange juice and an apple maybe, So boom, there you get in your grains and your fruit. Fantastic. What kind of food do they serve at the hospital? People keep sharing stories online. People message me and they tell me stories about their relatives who were sick, who suffered a heart attack. The next morning they're being fed like toast and orange juice, man. For crying out loud. The military, right?
Yeah.
Well, those guys can be more resilient.
Yeah.
But the point is, it does matter. It dictates food policy in nursing homes. So, people are suffering from things like Alzheimer's. They're being fed toast and pancakes and maybe one egg. Not anymore. Not any more than just one egg. No red meat. They're probably just getting like lean chicken breast, lots of carbs. And then sugar sweetened beverages, orange juice, apple juice, skim milk, that kind of thing. That is the result of the food pyramid and the dietary guidelines. That's like, what do you get when you have 6 to 11 servings of carbs and then some fruit and then limited meat? You get lots of pasta, You get some bread, you get pancakes, you get waffles, maybe you get one apple, and then you'll get like, 3-4 ounces of chicken. My God.
Yeah.
And the normie zealots will defend this.
It's like, so what? Yeah, what's their stance? Their stance is people didn't follow it. But what does that look like? That's wordplay, man. What you're doing is wordplay. People didn't follow it.
Yeah.
So people didn't eat exactly 6 to 11 servings. They probably ate 5 servings, or probably they ate 12 servings of grains, and then they were still hungry. So obviously they had to eat more meat in order to fill up. So, but obviously because meat is bad, they had to eat other junk food. They went to eat more burgers, more sugars. So, I mean, what is it? It's wordplay. What you're doing, it's wordplay because you're saying people didn't follow it, and by not following means they probably were having more sweets.
Yeah, because they were hungry.
Because they were hungry. Because all they were eating is grains, and grains you hungry. You feed grains to cattle because they can eat more and more because it's not enough.
Yeah, and they have anti-nutrients. They're fortified with synthetic vitamins. My God, and how are you getting your grains? You're getting them through cereal. You're getting them through bread and pasta. My God, and rice. Okay, but cereal is the worst food ever, man. It's marketed to kids to make us addicted to sugar. Killer testosterone. Someone said, they're trying to kill our testosterone. That is correct.
I agree.
I grew up on cereal, man.
They don't want you strong. They don't want you critical about things that they're recommending. They want you to be kind of compliant. Yeah, obviously.
A soy boy. And I know that triggers some people. Get over it.
Probably not our viewers. Yeah. Probably not our viewers.
Get over it. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I grew up on cereal and skim milk. If I had grown up on steak and eggs, I'd be Giga Chad. I'd have Giga Chad's jaw.
Yeah.
So maybe in 20 years.
All right.
All right. Is that the end of the?
That is the end. We're gonna pause here and take some Q&A.
Yeah, we'll take some Q&A. So anyways, if you're just tuning in, to start, we are doing this live show on Saturday Night Lives.
Saturday Night Live with ButterFueled.
Yeah, and we have an actual presentation with slides. We watched some of the videos that we were talking about. We showed some pictures and some memes and everything. And you can find the link to the full presentation on our Discord group under announcements. So if you want to head on over there after this, check it out. It's going to be uploaded to YouTube and everything. You'll find the whole episode there. And if you want to catch the next episode, the full version, you can head on over there, and you can message us from the super chats on the YouTube.
Yeah,
these are super chats, right? It's just normal chats.
It's just normal chats. I can call them
the super chats are these special ones. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, you can message us there, and then it will pop up like right in front of our slides. We can share with everyone. Like I know many people ask questions here, and I'm sorry, we couldn't get to them, but we'll get to the Q&A now. That's why I have these questions in question box, please, so you can read them at the end. But anyways, all of this will be saved on Instagram in this format, and our full presentation
will be on YouTube.
Yeah, will be on YouTube. Uploaded on YouTube. You can find the link on Discord. Cool.
Discord.
Cool. Questions. Okay. You can receive questions. Great. I can't show them on screen.
Thoughts on kefir? You can receive questions.
I can't show them on screen.
You can't show the questions on screen?
I'm just trying to see if I can show them on screen.
Yeah.
I guess I can't. That's weird. Anyways, undercover engineer asks, thoughts on kefir? Good.
Yeah, it's a raw fermented dairy product.
Yeah. I believe it's fermented milk.
Yeah.
It's good. How is it different from yogurt? So I think they use kefir grains. They use like kefir grains to ferment it.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a live bacteria strain to like yogurt.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's an animal product.
Yeah, it's an animal product.
Do
It's
it.
good.
Second question, someone says, Gonzalo.m.s. How long does it take to deep squat properly?
How long does it take? Or like developing your skill for it?
Man, I mean that's a hard question to answer. I don't know where you're at right now,
Yeah.
but how long does it take to deep squat properly? As long as it takes is the right answer.
Yeah, it'll take different because you gotta find your position. You gotta find your how because everyone squats differently because of bone structure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta find your position. You gotta find what you're comfortable with squatting, and then take it day by day. Do 50 squats, break it up in sets of 10 throughout the day, and then use your quads. Get down.
Yeah, I mean, if you're struggling with getting a deep squat because of like mobility issues, like just putting in some minutes, holding that position to start with is going to help. You have to find you have to find a position that's comfortable for you. So you're gonna vary like the width of your stance. You're gonna vary how you point your toes until you find something comfortable. Or your knees have to point out, and how you're gonna like place your hips. That sort of thing. You have to figure all that out. You're gonna hold your back, hold your posture like in a deep squat. You gotta get comfortable in the deep squat position. So try to hold that position, and then try to relax into it, stretch into it. Don't push it. Don't push it to the point where it hurts, or it might injure you. Again, I don't know where you're starting from, but someone undercover engineer. I think it's the guy who said he was from Guatemala, and I can't show the questions, but go moving them through here. They asked us a question in Spanish. ¿Qué pasa si todavía como un poco de pan, azúcar, etcétera? No como antes, pero un poco. So his other engineers, what happens if I still eat a little bit of bread, sugar, etc.? Not like before, but a little. I mean, dude, it depends on your goals. Are you struggling with, being overweight? Are you trying to lose weight? Then, it might not be conducive to your goals. But other than that, what happens if you have a little bit here and there and, you enjoy it? I mean, listen, I'm not going to tell you to enjoy your food. By all means, enjoy. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, like, I don't enjoy like having a drink here and there, right? Like, I think food serves three purposes. Number one, it provides energy, right? So that's why they justify it suggesting grains, because grains give energy, but they don't give the nutrients, right? So food gives energy, food gives nutrients, but also food is meant to be enjoyed, okay? And so, taking these maximalist stances and like demonizing whole food groups, even though there might be some reasons some food groups are not entirely that for you. Anyways, taking those extreme stances against certain foods doesn't help anyone. Okay, so if you found a balance that works for you and you don't struggle with like the addiction of a sweet tooth, enjoy it, live up a little, man. That's fine. But if you do struggle with being overweight, if you struggle with like that those addictive behaviors, and I know I do. I know he does. So we find ourselves being better as abstainers from like sugar. But I know some people don't have that issue. Okay.
Yeah.
So next question. Loki says, thoughts on liver with mince and any recipe recommendations? I mean, if you like it, have it. That's it.
I mean, we don't eat organs, man. Don't really. No.
not a fan of organs.
If you really want to have it, sure. With mince is probably a way to have it.
Yeah, ancestral blend. Any recipe recommendations? Liver with mince and eggs. Extra cholesterols.
Yeah, fill yourself up with steak, eggs, and other meats, and enjoy that, man.
Yeah, and then the next question is, do you guys eat organ meat? If so, how awesome?
If so, how awesome.
If so, how I don't know what they wanted to ask, but do you eat organ meats? No, we have tried organ meats. We've tried We've tried every organ. What organ haven't we tried?
No, we've tried probably eyeballs. We haven't tried eyeballs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's probably the only thing we haven't tried.
Yeah, we've been doing this for years, and obviously in the first year or so, you're kind of like get scared because maybe you're not having enough, and then you try to force yourself into eating all these organs, weird organs. You've never had them before, but now you need them. You know, for whatever reason, you were doing okay before carnivore. Now you're doing worse when you're doing carnivore, but you want to keep doing carnivore, and now you need organs. It stops making sense.
Hating on organs too much. Facts, a little bit. Hey,
all right.
Get the organs you enjoy, but when it comes to organs, you want to go for the higher quality ones. I don't think, because
That's true.
Because toxins don't. People think toxins accumulate in muscle meat. That's not true. There's good evidence to show that at least in red meat, in beef, it doesn't accumulate in the muscle meat, but it will accumulate in organs. So that's something to consider. And I think this person she meant to say for huge species or greasy, and to say often. How often? I mean, rarely, if ever. We have some organs in the freezer that we bought a while back. Still have some testicles, and I don't know how long they're going to be there because
it's not that appetizing.
I thought it was funny to have them.
It's always good using things.
Yeah, and I had never tried them, so we're like, oh, we'll get some goat, some veal, and some lamb, and then I think we still have some goat testicles in the freezer, and I'm gonna eat them at some point, but I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, I will say, as far as organ meats go, I think tongue, heart, brain,
mm-hmm.
best ones. Brain, freaking delicious. Honestly, I think we should eat more brain. But brain, you only get one brain for like a whole animal, so it doesn't make sense to be eating brains every day, like some people do.
Yeah, it becomes a ritual that you have to do every day.
Yeah, I think you should be wary of overdoing the organs. If you're eating pounds per week, that's probably an issue in the long run.
Frank asks, you guys do any grass-fed beef isolate powder? No, we don't do any powders. We don't do any protein shakes. Haven't done it in years. And now the idea of grass-fed beef is that grass-fed beef is higher in vitamins and minerals and other nutrients, but that content is in the fat. So when you get an isolate powder, you're actually you're taking away all the fat, majority of it. So you're taking away all those nutrients. You're taking away all the benefits of grass-fed beef.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like a marketing play when you see a protein powder that says this is grass-fed beef, because the fat has all the benefits of grass-fed. So no, wouldn't recommend it. Don't take it either.
No, wouldn't recommend powders in general.
Yeah.
Eat your protein. You get so much more benefit from that because you get all the synergistic effects of all the secondary nutrients found in the meats. Okay, so beyond your minerals, beyond your vitamins, you'll be getting all those secondary nutrients, the metabolites, things like your creatine, your carnitine, taurine, anserine, blah 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 blah, cholesterol, of course, and all of those things play a synergistic effect. And there's good research to back that up. I feel like anytime you start messing with nature's plan, you start isolating things, and you find a little bit of this is good. So maybe if we isolate a lot of it and have a lot of it, then it must be better. I feel like once we start messing with nature's plan, things start to deviate from what is real and what is natural and what is true. Which is why we don't accept that you need these powders. Someone asks, the next question.
Oh, what deodorant do you use?
What deodorant do you use? So I've gone through many different kinds of deodorant.
Right here.
Yeah, we're showing a picture of exactly the one. Do you have the same one?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got the same?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
we both did.
We got this. I don't know if it's rosemary lavender. I think it's
Unscented.
we got the unscented one.
But we use the one that is free of aluminum and parabens and phthalates.
Phthalates.
No.
Phthalates.
Yeah, aluminum is the one that makes it an antiperspirant. So you don't want the antiperspirant in it because that basically clogs up your pores.
Yeah.
Right. Also, aluminum accumulates associated with neurodegenerative disorders.
Yes.
Yeah, make of that whatever you want. But we use the Arm & Hammer Essentials. I guess is what the product calls. And this is a baking soda deodorant.
Yeah.
So I guess people used to use baking soda back in the day. I know other people use things like what's the other one that's popular, like coconut oil. People will use coconut oil on their armpits. People will use like magnesium oil. What else I've seen? Yeah, and baking soda. I know some people use like mineral powders like zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. Like these powders also have like SPF properties. I know some people will use that for their armpits for deodorant. I haven't tried those yet, but I'm trying the baking soda one, and I think it works.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pretty good pretty good deodorant.
It works.
Free of all these other stuff. If you guys know of like a supplier of someone who does high quality deodorant stuff away from all these artificial stuff, let us know. We love learning things like this, things that agree with us. Less synthetic stuff, less artificial stuff.
Our good live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Animal protein equals bioavailability. Yes.
Bioavailability, baby.
And then we have the Stacey Scardrisi. Follow-up question to the organs, but where are you getting your vitamin A, C, and magnesium from? I was under the impression that you pretty much had to get them from organs. So vitamin C, there's some vitamin C. It's not made in meat, but it will be present in fresh meat. How much? Well, apparently just enough. Okay, if you're eating sugar, then your requirement for vitamin C goes up because vitamin C competes with glucose for uptake in the cells. Vitamin A, well, we eat lots of fatty meats, lots of eggs.
I mean, muscle meat has vitamin A, probably not in the same quantities as of liver, right?
Nowhere near. Liver is very, very high.
Liver is very high that you can overdo vitamin A.
Yeah.
Which people don't talk about. You can have vitamin A toxicity. It's a real thing. Vitamin A exists in muscle meat as well. Exists in milk, eggs, other dairy products as well.
Yeah.
And all these muscle meats as well. Beef has magnesium in it as well.
All the meats have some magnesium in them.
Yeah. So you are getting plenty of nutrients. We would like to argue you get everything you need from steak and eggs and dairy. We say meds, right?
Yeah, eat your meds.
Meds, meat, dairy, food, and you're covered.
Yeah, and two more things to touch on. So yeah, liver is obviously astronomically high in vitamin A. What you want to know about vitamin A is that vitamin A acts synergistically with vitamins E and K. Vitamins A, D, E, and K. D, E, and K. I believe all the fat soluble vitamins act in synergy. So when you offset one of them too much, then that's going to lead to issues if you're not consuming enough of the other ones, right? And so that's one of the caveats with liver. It's very high in vitamin A, but you're not getting as much of the other ones. So, if you're having lots of eggs, I think you are getting these in a more balanced um, distribution, I suppose.
Yeah.
Another thing to consider is, if you're basing, and you're right to be concerned if you're concerned, like if you're basing it off on the RDAs. The RDAs, unfortunately, are the only metric we have, but they're basically complete BS. They're built on this carb-centric human model, and the carb-centric human model that's eating 6 to 11 servings of grains, right, and vegetables and fruits, and then on top of that, maybe like 3 to 4 ounces of chicken breast. Okay, so what are you getting there? You're getting a whole salad of anti-nutrients, right? And the more of these grains, the more carbs, the more vegetables you're eating, the more your requirements for these nutrients are going to go up. And there's good evidence to back this, right? Like eating lots of vegetables, then your zinc requirements are going to go up because the food is acting against your nutrient uptake. Okay, so there's that to consider. Wait, what else? There was another section to that question. Oh, magnesium, right? So magnesium, yeah, there is magnesium in meat, but also consider the fact that magnesium is needed for the metabolism of carbohydrates, dietary carbohydrates. So, more carbs you eat, more magnesium you need. If you're cutting out the carbs, your magnesium requirements are going to go down. One caveat is, some people do find beneficial supplementing with magnesium for other reasons, and you might be depleting your magnesium in other ways that you may not be aware of, like overdoing coffee, overdoing caffeine, or being chronically stressed, that kind of thing. But no, you absolutely do not need organ meats. But, if you like to have them, have them. But you do not have to have them. Okay, that's it. They're nice, not necessary.
Nice.
Full stop.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't think we have any more follow-up questions.
No more questions in the question box.
Yeah,
so
not in the question box.
This calls for the end of the live stream for tonight. We're going to continue on the live stream for our members only. We're going to talk about fat loss. We're talking about the fat loss series that we have created, fat loss. The recording of this section is going to be members only exclusive. If you want to sign up to be a members only, let us know. But yeah, thank you for joining the live stream tonight. Really appreciate your time. Appreciate your questions. Much love. Thank you for supporting ButterFueled.
Thanks, everyone. If you want to support the show or want to support the page, go like and share all of our posts. Share them with your friends. Share them with your family. Share them on your story. Go trigger your old high school friends who now think very differently and are perhaps struggling with health issues because they eat like trash. If you'd like to support our work, go on our website, buy our merch. You can buy the Make Butter Great Again hat and some nice T-shirts. If you want to work with us, we offer 2-on-1 individualized coaching to help you meet your weight loss and muscle building goals with a carnivore animal-based approach.
Awesome.
Yeah, tune in next week. We'll be doing this weekly, Saturday Night Live with ButterFueled, always live on Instagram and on YouTube. Catch us on YouTube to watch the whole presentation and then join our members to get the whole presentation, right? To get the full show.
The full show.
The full show.
Full show.
So there's 3 levels to this show. There's the Instagram level, there's the YouTube level, and then there's the members level. Does that make sense? If you're on Instagram, go to YouTube. Watch it with the slides. If you're on YouTube, join our members to get access to everything. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Peace. All right, now we are just on.
Yeah, we're going to remain on YouTube Live.